Hello everyone, we're gonna have an interesting video today of the black-headed pythons, especially the male, because he's very aggressive due to a minor illness that he suffers from. His eyes are usually cloudy because of the semi-blocked tear ducts that he has. So he's always cranky and he's always ready to put on a show. So today I'll feed him, but I'll just show you how he responds to me going into his cage first, and then I'll show you his strike. So let me grab my tools, the tools that I normally do not use with non-venomous snakes, but I have to with this guy. Alright, so let's see how he reacts. Oops, he's a bit stuck and he's already coming from one end. So, alright, there you go. Yeah, he is ready to come at me, as you can see. But at least we didn't get the immediate strike. If you look closely, let's zoom in. You can see that his eyes are almost like he is in shed, but he is not in shed. That is due to the blocked tear ducts that he has, which I tried to fix a couple times, but unfortunately the veterinaries that I took him to could not manage. Yeah, he sees my hand moving around, so he's ready to strike actually. I gotta be careful. But anyway, let's get him out of his cage. Whoa. You see, he's very agitated snake. Alright. Okay. I blame this to the poor eyesight, unfortunately, because this guy really started out mellow, and his mate is very easy to deal with. But he is very aggressive, as you can see. Of course, I mean, I've been bitten by him a couple times and it really hurts. But let's get him close to the camera, maybe we can see him better. He has wonderful colors. He's a beautiful snake, but he is a bit difficult to deal with. Alright, anyway, I'm gonna get him to the plastic tub that I have for feeding, and we'll see how he strikes the spray. Alright, here we are. He is in the plastic tub that he's gonna be fed in, and I'm gonna give him a medium rat that is already warm, so he will actually feel it. Whoa, that was a miss. Another miss. Again, the poor eyesight this guy has is a problem for him, but there he goes. Okay, he got it from the tail. That's interesting. Alright. I will not film the whole thing because these guys really take their time feeding. This is again a black-headed python, Aspidites melanocephalus from Australia, and they're usually lizard feeders. So eating rodents is a bit of a challenge for them, but I'm just gonna leave him be. Feeding is very important for this guy, especially because he has this tear duct problem, and when he's feeding, his mouth enlarges obviously due to the size of the prey, and his tear ducts and his eyes get drained, and that's the only time he has relief from this unfortunate little disease that he has. So we'll let him be. He's right now, he left the tail of the animal and now he's probably looking for the head, which he will start from and enlarge his problematic head and eat. So let's see until he gets to that point. Let's watch him until then, and then we can stop filming and he can get to his business. As you can see, the poor rat is in the middle of the coil, being constricted right now. The snake is probably smelling all the water that dripped from the rat inside the feeding enclosure. For the people who still don't know, black-headed pythons are from the Australasian python group. They're, I would say, related to womas and carpet pythons, even to the degree green tree pythons. These guys don't have the typical python pits on the sides of their heads, but they have pits right under their mouths, and they have been proven that they can actually breed with other python species and produce wild offspring. People had bred, not the black-headed pythons, but people had bred actual womas with ball pythons even, and created hybrids. So these are definitely pythons, and I think they're really great animals to work with, and they're not this crazy usually. The female that I have is a good example of a very docile snake, but this guy unfortunately has issues. And starting from the tail of the prey is one issue that we can all see right now. It's really funny. Let's zoom in. He's trying to start from the butt end, but I think he will probably get the message and go up. Again, with these guys, feeding is a process. It takes a decent amount of time. So what I'll do is I'll actually stop here and then I'll revisit when he finds a suitable eating position, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, just as an update, this very smart python decided to go for the head instead of the tail portion, so he is on good track. And again, since these are lizard feeders and they usually eat your favorite pet, the bearded dragons, rodents are a challenge and they take a bit of a time. So we'll get back to him maybe after a little while, or I'll just let this go. Maybe I'll cut some of it, maybe I won't. Alright, on the side I will be feeding other animals in the snake room. I have the death adders and the cobras and whatnot to feed, so I will be dealing with those guys, so you guys can watch this guy eat peacefully without me yapping around. If you hear other voices, don't get scared. Okay, he seems to be doing fine still. Again, this enlargement of the head helps those tear ducts to get unblocked for a second, and the eyes will drain, so he'll even feel better after feeding. Okay, let him keep going. Oh, he seems to be doing a great progress so far. Maybe this will be a bit quicker than what we are accustomed to usually. Good. Good job. He's almost done. Awesome. Alright, maybe it's time to even switch to a bit of larger prey, because I see that his eyes are still a bit full, which means his tear ducts were not enlarged enough, let's say, to get rid of all the juices in there. But you guys ended up watching the whole thing, which is good, and I think he is a very beautiful specimen, albeit the problem with his eyes. And hopefully I will find a competent reptile vet who can do the microsurgery and, you know, help this guy out. But in the meantime, his appetite is good, and he, you know, sees somewhat, and his eyes do not get as enlarged as other snakes, where, you know, the eye itself gets harmed because of the pressure. So, you know, this is at this point an unfortunate situation, but not a life-threatening problem. Alright, he ended up eating the whole thing, and before he gets a chance to bite me, I will just put him back into his cage. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and have a good day. Bye.